I just about to go out, and then I passed my Nespresso machine. And of course, being someone into gadgets and into thinking about user experience, it made me think about skeuomorphs. Now, skeuomorphs are things which are, in design terms, hark back to a previous era. So on your smartphone screen until recently, you might well have seen your calendar icon with a design similar to sort of calendars you have in the physical world. Or perhaps you were going to look at some of your downloaded books, and there, handily enough, would be an icon that looked like a bookshelf, or that perhaps even looked like a book. Now, until recently, that's been fairly predominant in smartphone design. But there's been a move away towards much flatter, sleeker designs. Now, in a way, the Nespresso device is really interesting in informing this debate. What should we have? Should we have things which perhaps hark more to the digital age or hark back to a more physical, tangible era? I would say that the Nespresso machine really balances that line very, very well indeed. You'll see that it has lots of the features which remind someone about the physicality of making an espresso. So it has a handle which you pop in one of their capsules, and then you pull it down just as you might tap in and turn the espresso as a bona fide barista. And this nozzle here, very reminiscent of the nozzles that are on the classic devices. It doesn't need to be designed like this. Clearly the designers are helping us hark back and to feel nostalgic about the more physical approaches to making coffee. And the receptacle, again, cleverly designed to look like the receptacles where the grains would fall from a barista's process. And even the capsules, of course, designed to have a feel of a shot that goes into espresso maker. Now, of course, the designers of the Nespresso machine, and some Nespresso machines are more like it, could go away from those classic, tangible, physical representations. They could make it look far more seductively futuristic, but they don't. I think that's an important lesson to us who are thinking about, should we keep with skeuomorphs or should we move towards more of these flatter, sleeker designs? I think I'm with the Nespresso design school on this. The other thing that the Nespresso machine reminds us of is physicality. I can reach into the drawer down here and pick out an instant coffee. And I could use this kettle, which actually is a much more futuristic design, perhaps a skeuomorph. It doesn't look like a kettle, not the traditional ones. And I could make a cup of instant coffee. But there's something far more satisfying about reaching down, picking up one of these, opening the lid, popping it in, squeezing it shut, and then hearing the pump action of the machine. So I guess 2 lessons today from a brief walk through my kitchen. Think physicality, think tangibility. Everything about us has a great deal of physical affordances, clutter. Ooh, look, there's some tools there. Aesthetic. Don't pull away from that when you're designing apps. And secondly, don't become too Jetson in design. Don't think about this future family, this future living where everything is sleek and smooth. Question again the move from skeuomorphs and be reminded by the interesting balance that an espresso machine and other types of manufacturer have shown the way from. Go and continue, I hope, watching these videos and reading the book, of course, and writing your own books and changing the world.